This is Damon Stevens with Finwell Builders. Today is Tuesday, September 20th, 2022, and this is stock market update for trades of the day. And boy, hopefully you stayed safe out there in this market as we prepare to hear the federal interest rate tomorrow. So be careful if you're trading out there. Stocks do swing typically widely on that day in both directions. Typically you'll see go one way and then next direction, and then the following day, typically have more volatility as well. So just be prepared for that as we're going in tomorrow. Make sure that if you are not comfortable trading the whipsaws, make sure you just kind of stay out and wait for a direction to be set. But we should get some direction one way or the other here in this next meeting tomorrow. So let's kind of get in the market, take a look at what's going on, and see what we need to do in preparation for tomorrow. You can see Dow Jones closed down 1.0%, NASDAQ down 0.9%, and S&P 500 down 1.13%. All of them sitting right on some resistance line as we get in the chart. You'll see, you can see here that nothing kind of hit our scanner that we traded today. So let's get into some additional information here. So looking at September, typically September is the worst month for stocks. And so just keep that in mind here, especially as we go into this next meeting. So, you know, we have another little bit over a week left in the month, and so far the month's not been horrible. So just keep that in mind that either we are going to either see it really terrible or we're going to have a month that's not typical for September. So keep that in mind. Just be prepared either direction. Also, we have, could constantly have bad news with earnings reports and warnings about earnings, which could, put pressure on the market to bring it down to new lows. So just be careful of that. We also have COVID scares in China. It could, provide issues with the supply chain. We do have some easing that's occurring in China. So hopefully that'll continue. The more we can get this country and the world opened up and working efficiently and getting their inflation under control, the more likely we are to be able to turn back to a bull market, which is what we want, is to be in a bull market. You see here, we continue to have striking possibilities going on. So just lots of bad news that could affect the market and really kind of create that downturn. Now, if the market wants to really, capture the most, it's going to, this week, it's going to want to make things turn out bullish tomorrow. So we'll see, and we'll get to that when we get to the calls and puts. But you can see here, as we're going into tomorrow, you got housing permits and housing starts, and then Wednesday is that federal chair meeting. So, so nothing today that really affected the market much. But the Fed's meeting 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So just keep that in mind, that this is going to be where you're going to see the market kind of whipsaw. You see here that, we have a max number of people shorting. So the people are, the institutions are really, really bearish on the market. And we've seen a few bear rallies here lately. So the question is, when does that third one happen? And, or is it time for us to go down and put a new low in? You see here, calls and puts. So everything in red is a put and everything green is a call contract. And you see obviously here, this key level here for people short the market is, is 390. So that's kind of where the bulk of this interest is keeping the stock under 390. If they do, these individuals get paid out. And if not, then, there's potential for, individuals up here to get paid out, which this rally here did quite a rally to get the 424, to get this peak call contract group here. So we'll see what happens. And again, this is tomorrow's critical day. So that's when we should, hear what the expected rate's going to be as far as increases in the interest rates. And you can see here the impact of some of these, current activities, and tomorrow will be interesting to see kind of what the outcome is. But you can see here, this S&P 500 stocks above the 50-day moving average. Typically, stocks are above 50-day moving average. They're seen as more bullish. And you see here, this was a prior run we had, bull run. Then we pulled back. We had a secondary bull run. Then we pulled back. We were at the support line, broke through that. We're down at this support line, and it looks like we spent about 3 days now here. Spiked below it, but we're holding it. So this was the line that kind of in the sand that we had as far as another opportunity for a bounce. So we'll see if we get a bounce off here. If not, we break down. We may come down near the lows, but you can see right now we had at one point here, just back in August, we had almost 93% of all companies, bullish and above the 50-day moving average. And now we're just, around 21% of companies in the S&P 500 that are bullish. So that's quite a change. So, something to just be aware of here as we're going to this meeting. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel, finwealthlive.com, and FinWealth Live on our YouTube channel. On finwealthlive.com, you can get, join our free chat and daily watch list where we post trades that we're getting into in the day before the market opens. So definitely take advantage of that free service. We also have free training out here on finwealthlive.com. And we also have a membership service where we offer, additional services, group trainings, one-on-one trainings, and additional, benefits in a master class for those who are new to stock market or those who are looking for new ideas. All right, so enough about that. Let's get into the stocks here. Let me see here on Apple. That we've been in this downward trend. We keep coming up and testing this downward trend, sloping trend line here. Hit it again today. So the question is, do we continue just chopping down here to get down to this support level, or do we get a bounce here and break through? So tomorrow might determine that. But Apple's been really overall strong compared to other stocks. Nvidia trying to get a bounce here, but above the trend line, above our resistance line yesterday, and then it pulled back today. So it's still showing a little bit of weakness there. Netflix sitting here consolidating here for about a week in this little zone right here. So we got to break really above this 244 area to kind of rally back up again to highs. Amazon, see that's kind of right down here on our trend line, which is active as support. This is what kind of the test tomorrow. See if we can get a bounce and a run off of here, or we're going to break down below this support line and break that support line. Microsoft continues showing weakness down towards these lows. So Microsoft is very weak right now, and just hovering around those lows. Chipotle, it's hanging above that 20-day moving average, hoping to get a bounce back up here after this little bit of a pullback after making a new high. Tesla kind of has resistance here off the secondary support line or trend line. The first one is off of this pivot here. Second one's off the longer term pivots. So right here, right now we're rejecting off it. If we can break above it, we can start, possibly to make a huge run here, possibly to 330 for Tesla. 10-year yield elevated, making new highs. Come and tag this secondary deviation band and pull back. So we'll see, what happens. But if bonds continue to be strong, that's going to impact the stock market, and we're going to have stocks pulling back. 2-year yield continues just to rocket. And so you can see this, we're right here past our secondary deviation band. We haven't reached the top of it as we did here before a pullback. So we'll see, but right now, I'm definitely very bullish on bonds. Dollar started to pull back up here again. We like it when it's down because that means money's moving to market. This elevated here, especially above, this 110. If tomorrow morning it's up here around the highs, I think more likely we may have a pullback after the Fed announcement, especially if this dollar just continues to grow and strong and become strong. Gold, obviously reacts to the dollar and just continue to pull down here. Sitting down here at the lows and kind of creating a bear flag, possibly more downside on gold. VIX kind of in this little wedge here. It's just been kind of riding up and down this little upper trend line here. So tomorrow, watch this. If it breaks our support line and starts to rally back up over 30, especially, boy, the market's going to come down hard. If we can keep this down, the VIX down low, then we can, start to see a rally in the market. VIX on a weekly, just give you a different view. Again, we're kind of, right in the middle, and we really want this to pull down here. So it's kind of, we can go either direction right now based on where we're at, because we're just sitting right there in the middle with no decision. SPY on daily, we came down here towards our trend line here, and been sitting here for about 3 trading days. Again, a decision point. Do we break down back towards this 370 area, or can we break up and get above 380 and start to roll towards 390? Triple Q's sitting here now 3 trading days on this support line. You see 2 days and we bounced. We've been here 3, have a doji engulfed by this candle. So that means we're at a decision point again. Semiconductors, 3rd day, support line, trend line, decision point. So everything's waiting for tomorrow. IWM, Russell 2000, 3rd day at the deviation, at the lower trend line, decision point. Financials, 3rd day. So you can see everything's kind of leading up to tomorrow. So tomorrow we should have direction. You're either going to break this trend and start to pull back towards lows and new lows, or we got to start to hold up and go towards these upper trend lines and possibly break out. Bitcoin, bottom of the line. See, everything's waiting. So you can see how important that announcement is tomorrow. Everything, including Ethereum, down at this baseline. So looking for, either a break of that line to go towards new lows or lower lows, or get a new little bull run going here. So just stay safe out there. That's our Bitcoin. That's our cryptos or stocks. Things we're watching for the market. Tomorrow's a critical day. Just be really careful out there. Stay safe. Stay on the sidelines if you just kind of want to wait to see what the next trend is going to be in the market and which direction we're going to start heading going forward. Again, join our free Discord. That way we can keep you in touch with what's going on. Give you maybe some trading ideas as well, as far as at least you'll know what we're trading. And stay safe out there. We'll talk tomorrow night, see how the meeting went, and kind of the direction for the next day. Everybody have a great night.